Egypt hosts an Arab summit to unify stance on Palestinian rights and Gaza reconstruction. Egypt's foreign minister engages Arab leaders to unify support for the Gaza reconstruction plan. And the European Investment Bank invests 90 million euros to enhance Egypt's food security and resilience. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Q News, bringing you the latest updates from Egypt. Egypt is hosting an extraordinary Arab summit to address the latest developments in the Palestinian cause. The high-level meeting aims to solidify a unified Arab stance, firmly rejecting any displacement of Palestinians and emphasizing collective action to counter attempts to expel them from their lands. Leaders at the summit will discuss plans for rebuilding Gaza while ensuring that Palestinians remain in their homeland. The talks will also focus on reinforcing the ceasefire agreement and preventing any violations as Arab nations push for necessary legal and international measures to uphold Palestinian rights. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati has held key meetings with several Arab counterparts to discuss Egypt's proposed Gaza reconstruction plan. The plan is set to be presented to Arab leaders at the upcoming emergency summit. Among his meetings, Abdel Ati conferred with the Palestinian Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Mohammed Mustafa, as well as Jordanian Foreign Minister Ayman al-Safadi. Meanwhile, Arab nations who swiftly rejected U.S. President Donald Trump's proposal for U.S. control of Gaza and the resettlement of Palestinians are now working to coordinate a unified diplomatic response to counter the idea. Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati has reaffirmed Egypt's strong rejection of the displacement of Palestinians from their land. That came during his meeting with Jordanian Foreign Minister Ayman al-Safadi, where they emphasized the need for the full implementation of the Gaza ceasefire agreement as a first step towards a clear political path and a lasting solution to the Palestinian cause. Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati has emphasized Bahrain's pivotal role as the current chair of the Arab League. That came during his meeting with Bahrain's Foreign Minister Abdel Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, where they praised the strong bilateral relations between Egypt and Bahrain. They discussed Gaza's situation, Cairo's Arab Summit in Cairo, and the importance of ensuring the sustainability of the Gaza ceasefire agreement. They also highlighted the need for a political solution to the Palestinian cause. The Ministry of Health and Population has announced that the specialized dental medical convoy will continue its work in Sheikh Zayed Central Hospital, Arish General Hospital, and Bir Al Abd Model Hospital, where the injured Palestinians and their companions were examined, diagnosed, and treated. The total number of cases dealt with was 154, with medical services provided to 66 cases at Al Arish General Hospital, 69 cases at Sheikh Zayed Central Hospital, and 19 framework of the ongoing efforts made by Egypt based on the directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to support the Palestinian health sector. Grand Mufti of the Republic, Dr. Nazir Muhammad Ayed, has condemned Israel's decision to block the entry of humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip and close the crossings used for relief work. The Grand Mufti also stressed that Israeli decision represents a flagrant violation of all international laws and norms and exacerbates the humanitarian suffering faced by civilians in the Strip. He added that continuing to impose restrictions on the entry of aid leads to a major humanitarian disaster and doubles the suffering of women, children, and the elderly who live in tragic conditions inside the Strip. Egypt and India have concluded the third edition of Joint Special Forces exercise, which commenced at Mahajan field firing ranges in Rajasthan in India a few days ago. The exercise is an annual event conducted alternatively in India and Egypt. The last edition of the exercise was held in Egypt in January 2024. The exercise included members from 2 battalions of special forces from the Indian and Egyptian military contingent, as well as lectures on military operations, where the soldiers from the 2 sides showed excellent performance in hitting the targets. In economic news, Egypt's net foreign assets has risen 65.8% to $8.7 billion in January, up from $5.2 billion in December. According to the Central Bank of Egypt, the rebound was driven by a narrowing commercial bank deficit, which dropped to $3.3 billion from $6.4 billion, alongside rising net foreign assets and reduced liabilities. The CBE's surplus also edged up to $12 billion. Despite the increase, Egypt's net foreign asset surplus remains 39.3% lower than its May 2024 peak of $14.3 billion, the first surplus recorded in over 2 years. The European Investment Bank has announced a €90 million investment to bolster Egypt's food security and resilience. The loan will be used to increase Egypt's strategic wheat reserves and help to reduce the impact of supply shocks due to disruptions in the international cereal markets, climate change, and adverse weather events. The project is part of a wider initiative with Egyptian and European partners to upgrade grain silo and storage infrastructure in Egypt. Egypt's Ministry of Planning, Economic Development and International Cooperation is set to introduce a new investment guarantees for development mechanism in collaboration with the European Union. According to Minister Rania Al-Mashot, this initiative seeks to activate €1.8 billion in investment guarantees, aiming to attract up to €5 billion in investments to support green transition sectors and other key priority areas. The announcement was made during a meeting with Dubravka Susia, the EU Commissioner for the Mediterranean, where discussions also focused on the second phase of the macroeconomic support and budget assistance mechanism, valued at €4 billion. Egypt's Islamic banking sector has reached 1.14 trillion Egyptian pounds in 2024, accounting for approximately 5% of the total banking market. Chairperson of the Egyptian Islamic Finance Association, Mohammed Al-Biltagi, reported a 68% growth in Islamic deposits, reaching 738 billion Egyptian pounds by December 2024, an increase of 412 billion Egyptian pounds from December 2023. These deposits accounted for 7.3% of Egypt's total banking sector deposits. By 2024, 15 banks were licensed by the Central Bank of Egypt to offer Sharia-compliant banking services. As part of Egypt's ongoing efforts to strengthen trade and investment ties globally, Egypt's ambassador to Switzerland, Mohammed Nagm, has hosted a celebration to announce the launch of the Egyptian-Swiss Business Circle. This initiative aims to mirror the Egyptian-Swiss Chamber of Commerce in Cairo. The event was attended by Swiss officials, including Deputy Minister Ivo German and prominent business figures. Nagm emphasized the Chamber's role in enhancing economic cooperation between Egypt and Switzerland, especially with growing trade changes. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here's what we've been covering. Egypt hosts an Arab summit to unify stance on Palestinian rights and Gaza reconstruction. Egypt's foreign minister engages Arab leaders to unify support for the Gaza reconstruction plan. And the European Investment Bank invests 90 million euros to enhance Egypt's food security and resilience. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Qnews for the latest developments, and thank you so much for watching.